Hello and welcome to my new series of videos, The Machines of War Thunder. In this episode, I shall be taking a look at the American workhorse, the Medium Tank M4 Sherman. While this tank did come in many varieties, in this video I shall only be looking at the basic M4 itself. The M4 currently sits at rank 2 of the United States Ground Forces tree, with a battle rating of 3.7 in both arcade and realistic. Taking a look at the tank, it is a conventional layout, with the driving compartment at the front, fighting compartment and turret in the centre, and engine compartment in the rear. Armour-wise, there is a sloped 50mm plate covering the front, with a reduction in the angle on the driver bulges. The sides and rear are protected by 38mm. The turret is protected by 76mm on the front and 50mm on the sides and rear. The gun mantle is 50mm thick, with 88mm behind that. There is some additional protection on this tank, notably the 88mm plate on the right turret cheek, providing exceptional protection especially at this battle rating, and the 25mm additional plates, 2 on the right covering the ammo racks, 2 on the front covering the driver bulges, and 1 on the left covering that ammo rack. Armament-wise, the tank features a 75mm M3 cannon, with a selection of shells, including armor-piercing, penetrating 110mm of armor, high explosive, penetrating 10mm of armor, and armor-piercing capped ballistic capped, penetrating 90mm of armor. The gun has a good elevation arc, going from -10 to +25 degrees, and a rotation speed of 25 degrees a second in arcade and 21 in realistic. The tank is capable of firing a round every 6.5 seconds by default. Additional weapons include an M1919 machine gun mounted coaxially and an M2 Browning machine gun mounted on the roof, capable of damaging light enemy armor as well as aircraft. In regards to the internal layout, the tank has a crew of 5, with the driver sitting on the left of the tank and the gunner and commander sitting opposite on the right side of the tank, as is found in nearly all US designed vehicles. There are several ammo racks in the vehicle. There are 2 on the right side of the tank, 1 on the left, 1 on the back of the turret, 1 in the floor of the tank, and 1 in the center of the turret. Engine and fuel tanks are located at the rear, and the transmission is located at the front, making it susceptible to being knocked out. The advantages of this tank include its good off-road performance, delivered by the radial engine, the good gun elevation arc, and the traverse speed. There is also the additional benefit of the heavy machine gun mounted on the roof, which can shoot down enemy aircraft and shoot light armor. Disadvantages of this tank include the high profile from the radial engine and the fairly thin armor on the sides and rear. With the front armor only being 50mm at a fairly shallow angle, it is very susceptible to being penetrated by most vehicles that it will fight against. And now to see the M4 in action with my friend Granis.
You won't let me do a sick intro for myself?
That was your intro. I started recording just as you said that.
So rude.
So,
Guess you caught the... Never mind.
Here we are in the Ash River.
Yes, we are.
Should go for A.
Sure, why not?
So, Granis, without using any explicitives, what do you think of the tank?
It was a long time since I played it, so I can't really exactly remember how it was, but if my memory serves me well, I thought it was kinda underpowered compared to the other alternatives.
Well, everything's underpowered compared to the T-34.
Yeah, pretty much. For best tank. It has a
Yeah,
pretty decent speed. It can move at least
yeah,
in
and I
comparison to other tanks that are quite slow. For example, the Panzer IV can be very slow to get up to speed.
yeah, that's one of the is one of the nice things about the M4. I mean,
Panzer III to your right, got him.
yeah, I've taken a fair bit of damage. I'm just repairing. There was a Tiger over there as well. But yes, the tank's got a reasonable amount of damage as well, hasn't it? If not the armor penetration.
It's all due to the high explosive rounds. If you're not using it, if you're not using the high explosive rounds, well, yes, in general, if you're not using high explosive rounds and you have the option to do it, you're playing the game wrong, basically, in my opinion.
Yeah. Is there anything around this corner?
I'm getting fucked up pretty badly here by a transport. If you could help me.
Yeah. Which Panzer IV is it?
One that is in the cap zone. I'm placing RT.
Ah, he just got me.
Rip.
Yeah, it's always nice to have the tank that's made of butter.
Yes, it is. And those completely flat sides, they're the best. Ricochets shells all day. And there I
Got the
died.
Marder. Yeah.
I got taken out by a Panzer IV at the back of their spawn. Up on the hill.
Yeah. After playing British so long, it's nice to actually have shells that explode.
Yeah. You don't have to be so fucking or so precise where you actually shoot the tank. You can actually just penetrate it and do damage no matter what, basically. If you see the Panzer III J, I just set him on fire, but I'm in a plane now, so I can't shoot him. Never mind, he just died.
Right, pushing on the cap. Are you in the observation point? Yeah, no, you're not. You're just back there.
In the plane. They got C pretty much under control.
Yeah, they got a Stug on the far south flank.
I'll be that. I'll try and push up on the south side.
Yeah, one thing I do hate about this tank is the shell drop. It
Yeah,
is,
the low velocity gun.
yeah. I won't say it's quite low velocity, but it's definitely not high velocity.
Depends on what you compare it to. Getting kill stealed.
Yeah, sort of even peeking over this, even this little hill is near suicide.
Some poor bastard in the enemy team was driving the 4M gas AA. So much fun where you can just take it out with a 50 cal.
Although, that APHE.
Yep. Personally, I think the best tank the Americans have in this battle rating is the M10, by far. So good. like amazing cannon. Like the armor is angled enough to actually be effective. It's nice.
Yeah,
And
even though it's quite light.
yeah.
Right, I'm pushing onto the cap point.
Yeah. I'm dead. Panzer 2 or Panzer 4 killed me from the mountain position they have access to.
Okay. I'm gonna try and stay in cover. Yeah, I mean, one thing I've just found in this game is I was able to take a number of hits without actually dying.
In
My M4.
really, that's pretty unusual.
Yeah, well, I always found that one of the good things with the M4 was that its crew was so big and so spread out that you often got situations.
That might be correct for the crew that's in the actual, tank, but if you look at the turret, all it takes is a single explosive shell and you're a goner. In my own experience, at least.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying that hasn't happened, but sometimes shells don't go all the way through, and I see you just died.
Yeah, I'm out of the game. There's a Stug in their spawn firing in their northern spawn. He fired from their hill.
And I've got panzers pushing on me from all directions.
Yeah, the one of them are coming up on your right. I have a KV-1S assisting you.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, sometimes the damage can be a little bit temperamental. It just take me 3 shots to take out a Panzer 4, just about them.
Hmm.
But yeah, generally I find the damage to be quite good. The armor can occasionally, at this low level, I find the armor can sometimes be useful.
However, the tank you're in right now is definitely the superior tank out of the two. Because of, it's casted, so it has a curve to it, so it's much easier for this tank to bounce or ricochet shots than it is for the standard M4. In my own experience, at least.
Yeah, though the turret protection is superior on the M4.
Thanks to the little side plate on the right-hand side of the turret. If that thing wasn't there, that would be just as awful, I would say. Then again, the only tank, a medium tank that has good protection in this battle rating, it is of course the T-34. Nothing else compares in protection or armor.
Yeah, even though it's actually thinner than the M4.
Yeah. Thickness isn't all.
No, it is at a higher slope, isn't it? I'm gonna have to put a PG-13 warning on this.
Ooh. Rated R.
Ready G for Granis.
Why would this be for me? I'm already in it. I'm not gonna watch it.
No, I meant it's rated G because of Granis.
Great gangster.
Yeah. So if you had to choose one of the medium tanks of this rating, which one would you choose?
Not a Sherman, that's for sure. It would probably be the Panzer 4. F, I think it is.
Yeah, the F2 is the first
F2,
one.
F2, that's the one. The one with the high velocity gun. Sure, the T-34 has amazing armor, and you know, there's a reason why people say there's a Russian bias in the game. And I can agree that the T-34 is, how should I put it? It can be a bit too good. Like it can be so good that you think that it should be way higher battle rating. But overall, I do like the German tanks. I would say Panzer IV F2.
Yeah. And